Hello everybody, we are back finally. Good God, bro, I've been so busy lately. I just started school. I had to take a road trip. I've been doing all this no rest, no load management back to back to back. And now that I finally have some, I'm using it to get back on the grind, cause that's just what I do around here. Now real quick, before we get started here, I just want to apologize both in advance and currently for my lack of uploading. Not only did I just start school, but I've also just generally been very busy. And you know, I gotta adjust. For like the last 3 months basically, I've had all day to myself to make videos at any time whenever I want. And you know, now I'm losing like a lot of that time just cause I gotta get up and go to school. And recently, amongst other things, but you know, those things won't be there forever. That's mainly just been it. Especially since not only am I losing a lot of the time that I could use to make videos, I'm losing the time that I was at my peak of creation. Dog, I gotta get up at like 5 a.m. and I don't get home until 3 something. And that is the time when I'm at my peak production wise with this whole YouTube gig. So not only is that insanely inconvenient, but I also have to work around the rest of my schedule. You know, like last year I was on a roll with this thing, and then I had to start school and it completely threw me off, and I'm not letting that happen again. And what way of preventing that could be better than using school itself for content? Y'all know me, man. Y'all know I love content. And for the entire months of August through like October, school content is free eats, so I'm going to be doing that. You know, obviously I got other things I'm gonna do. I'm not just gonna be a merchant for that until October, right? But you know, all I'm saying is that expect a decent amount of videos of that topic. Now real quick before we get this started, I want to give a shout out to OneCloud9, because I'm not exactly biting his flow all the way here, but I kind of got the idea from his video. So yeah, not only do I generally rock with his channel, but you know, he makes a decent amount of videos like these, so I just want to give a quick shout out. And why am I giving any shout outs? I got like 81 subscribers, but no, that's all besides the point. Let me quit the babbling and get to this video. Alright, so see, as you noticed, hopefully this video is types of kids in high school. See, now personally, I just started my junior year of high school, so I feel I'm pretty qualified to speak on this topic. You know, I've been around the block a couple times. I got some experience under my belt. So, you know, anybody watching this for comedic entertainment, or if you're entering high school or whatever and you just generally looking for like realistic expectations, let me drop this knowledge for you. I got you. Because trust me when I say that High School Musical binge session you did, yeah, no, that's just toss that out the window. That's not real. That is, unless you're chilling with the theater kids, which is the first one, ironically. Now, I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. The theater/drama kids stereotypes from the movies and TV shows might be the only one that is actually all the way accurate. Now, real quick, before y'all come in my comment sections waffling, I go to an art school downtown in one of the biggest cities in America. I know what I'm talking about here. So just trust me when I spit this information, dog. You know a thing or two when you've seen a thing or two. Alright, so when it comes to the theater/drama kids, you got 3 archetypes in this build. I treat this like 2K my career. Alright, so number 1, and the most common one that I've seen personally at least, and that's the one that you see most often in the movies, man. Like, it's actually accurate. You just got those freaking goobers, man. Like those weird people, bro. Now listen, weird can mean good, weird can mean bad. They're just weird, and there simply isn't a better way to put it. Now listen, there's 2 types of weird. Like I said, weird can be good, weird can be bad. Now you got the bad weird, which at its worst, probably just about everyone hates them. Trust me, I've seen this with my own 2 eyes. I had this class last year, and it was this one girl in it who was barely ever there, but when she did show up, every time she would open her mouth to speak on literally anything, everyone in the class would suck their teeth, roll their eyes, and throw their head back. See, now personally, I have no beef, but I gotta admit, bro was just straight waffling on sometimes, I can't lie. So that's probably about the worst it can get for the bad side of the weird theater kids. But then when you got the good side, I've seen this too. At its best, everyone likes them, or just about everyone at least. I'm talking like at peak theater kid, I've seen local celebrity status, bro, which may not exactly seem like a ton, but for a 14 to 18 year old person in high school, that can be a big deal. Like, you could see that person pop up in a Marvel movie in like 5 years. You never know. Now, obviously, is that insanely likely? No, unless you're in the 90210, 90210, looking for the alley, in like Beverly Hills or something, bro. You know, all those rich suburban areas and schools in like California, New York, Chicago, that type of thing, where it feels like seemingly just about every major actor has either spent time in or is from. But nah, all that's besides the point. Now, I'd say across the good and bad, like basic theater kids, I'd say I'd say they make up 60% of the theater kids. Now the next theater kid archetype that we got is the one that takes it way too seriously. Like, bro, we get it, you're into it, right? That's great for you and all, chase your dreams, whatever, but you're not on the set of a Quentin Tarantino movie, you're on the set of a high school play. Chill out. Now to be honest, this archetype is pretty much just the last one, except cranked up to 11 when it comes to how seriously they take it, but I say they take up about like 30% of the theater kids in total. Now the last 10% will be pretty light on them because it's kind of uncommon and it's usually for a good reason. Like they're usually, you know, just trying things out. You know, it's high school, you know, people take time to experiment with interests and hobbies and things they like to do. Now the last 10% are the theater kids that just straight suck at it. Like can't act for anything, can't sing for anything, like nothing, bro. Now like I said before, in most cases it's just people, you know, experimenting with the interest, trying things out, right? But sometimes it be these super dedicated, heavy on theater kids who are just not good at it. Like I said, chase your dreams. I'm out here doing that myself, right? But if this is what you want to do, you either gonna have to step it up and sharpen your skills and get in the lab, or you either gonna have to switch it up and go back to the drawing board and figure out something else, because you're kind of trash. I'm not gonna hold you. And so that's wraps for the theater kids. Moving on, we got the ratchets. Now if we're being honest here, it ain't too much that needs to be said unless you have no clue who these people are. You know, what's understood doesn't need to be explained, you feel me? But let me just give you a quick rundown, right? Now something people need to understand, when I say ratchets, I'm not talking exclusively to girls. However, that is the vast majority of the people who I'm talking about here. So most of the terms that I'm going to be saying are going to be directed towards them. However, I've seen a good number of guy ratchets in my day. It's not too rare. I'd also like to specify, this is not against one specific race. I have seen every race pretty much be ratchets. So before I get hit with any type of allegations, let me clear that up. But now you know these types of people when you see them, bro. Decent chance they got some type of Takis or hot fries or hot Cheetos or some type of spicy snacks on them at all times. When it comes to how they dress, they constantly spamming the YoungBoy and Tupac t-shirts, constantly spamming the Crocs and the beat up Jordans, constantly spamming the skinny jeans, heavy on that one. Probably got their edges or their hair in general done, and it's a 50-50 shot their hair is dyed some really bright color, usually pink or red. You know who I'm talking about, bro. Without going deep Shakespeare, you get the picture. Just about everyone hates ratchets except for ratchets themselves. I mean, it's in the name. Loud, annoying, ratchet, that type of thing. However, I will say, some women who look ratchet aren't actually. Looks can be deceiving in some cases, however, 90% of the time, you are dealing with a ratchet. And then some of y'all be stretching the definition, bro. Like, just a woman who's just like, not even like super loud or annoying, but just like, isn't like sweet and nice and rainbows all the time. Like, some of y'all be stretching it, I'm not gonna hold you. And there's also definitely levels to this thing, bro. Some people are definitely way more ratchet than others. So take that into account when dealing with these types of people. And now they're predominantly male counterparts, the hood rats. Now, like I said, predominantly male, not targeting a singular race. Once again, I ain't getting no allegations. Now, when it comes down to it, they're very similar. You know these guys, they be spamming the skis, the shiesties, and the turbans just because they want to be like yeet. Either that or they're actually gonna go commit a crime, you never know. Spams the Nike Techs, like, bro, it is 90 degrees and Ice Spice is not around, take that off. Also spams the skinny jeans, the Crocs, and the beat up Jordans. It's just a common thing, I guess. And then I'd say it's much more common in these groups of people to have like their pants sagging to the floor, especially while they're wearing a belt, ironically enough. However, I will say though, sometimes these hood rats be putting on, I can't hold you. Definitely got better style than their predominantly female counterparts. And I will say, hood rats, I also tend to notice they be chilling more. You know, as to where ratchets are constantly loud, annoying, ratchet, like I said. Yeah, you'll see that with hood rats too, but more often than not, they'll just be chilling until something happens. Now, I will also say, it's a good chance, especially depending on the area that you live in, that half of these people are not actually about that. It don't matter how many guns they post, it don't matter what they say. There's a decent chance most of these people are not about the life they claim to be about. Like, so many of these people be capping about their lives constantly, bro. Just, yeah, remember that. And it's just like I said with the ratchets. A, it's definitely levels to it. B, looks can be deceiving. However, more often than not, you're dealing with the real thing. And C, some of y'all be stretching the definition. Now, moving on, we got the ROTC kids. Listen, this is real simple. It's two types of them. One, you got the ones that actually are there for a reason, that being, you know, they're actually planning to go into the military, right? Or some type of career in that department. And then B, you got the ones that are there for literally no reason. They just said, hey, let me sign up and show up. And that's just what happened. I don't know. know. Now, why they would do this, I truthfully have no clue. From what I heard, if you don't want to be there for like military or something, it's probably gonna suck. But you know, they're just there, I guess. So, I mean, yeah. Now, to keep it a buck, it's a pretty mixed bag with these people. I've seen some really insufferable and annoying ROTC kids, and I've seen some really cool ROTC kids. To be honest, you can never really tell until you actually meet them. But I will say though, some of y'all are not helping the case. A few of you ROTC out there, or as I personally like to call them, the ROTCs, are giving them a bad look. Y'all are not putting on for your people, bro. Just chill out. Alright, now to wrap this up, we got the last one, which is one of the categories that I personally put myself into. The creators, the dreamers, that type of people. Whether they're like me, they're doing like content creation, YouTube, that type of thing, or they doing music, a clothing brand, some other type of art. Personally, and I'm not saying this just because I am in this group of people, I think this is one of the best groups of people in high school. And I say that because the majority of the people that you'll meet under this type of people are like cool, driven. They're like seriously motivated and chasing their dreams and their goals. Like a lot of them are also really talented, like actually getting after it, man. A lot of these people are truthfully special. Don't be surprised when we make it. Where be careful who you doubting and hating on, man. All these people that you watch, that you look up to, that you see everywhere, they experienced that exact same thing. They got told that they wouldn't make it, that they weren't good enough, that they couldn't do it. And clearly, as you can see, they did. So watch out for these people and don't be surprised when they big. Now that's gonna make raps out of this one. That's all I got for today. There should be a part 2 coming out hopefully soon. I also forgot to mention that I do have a job now, so that's also taking up a lot of time from my schedule. So thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.